So, i-promote natin ang top sell. So, gaano ba kabilis? Yun, kasi ang tanong dyan, gaano kabilis ang pagpapadala?
Napakabilis po kasi yung ating top send, pag ginamit po natin nagtuloy tayo sa Pilipinas through
Via
Gcash,
Via
3 minutes
Gcash.
lang. And then, pag bank to bank, 5 minutes lang nandiyan na siya.
So, lahat ng bangko, BPI, Metrobank, BDO, China Bank, Maybank, lahat ng bangko.
tama.
Agad-agad.
Agad-agad.
Agad-agad. Eh, mataas ang rate.
Okay. Here we are again.
Yes,
Now.
welcome to Drogheda.
Yes. At tayo ay makikipag-usap sa mga officers. And ano pang inaantay natin? Tara!
Let's talk.
Tara!
Let's talk.
Tara!
Let's talk.
Yun! Okay. Now guys, maraming salamat. In-invite nyo kami pumunta sa inyong event. Siguro naman kahit na anong community, kahit na anong events, ang nagbubuklod-buklod sa lahat ay ang mga officers. Sa ngayon, kaharap natin ang mga officers ng Drogheda, ang tinatawag na DFIC o kaya DFIC. Okay.
Introduce natin ang ating mga masisipag na mga officers. So we have Tina, Kathleen, Jenny, Ramil, Aaron, and Aldrin. Oh,
Yes.
di ba? Na-remember ko yung name nila.
Wow naman.
Yan,
Malupit.
yun.
Siguro
Okay.
malakas sa omega-3 ito. Di ba?
Okay. So, simulan lang siguro natin sa ating president na si Aaron.
Thank you Don, thank you Laura for coming over. Naaalala ko lang, DFIC started like way years ago pero hindi pa siya ganun na formal organization. I remember when I first came to Ireland back in 2007, I was looking for, syempre, group, parang barkada. I started meeting friends sa basketball. So, yun na naging evolution ng community ko dito sa Drogheda. DFIC was formally organized back in 2020, before COVID. So, before COVID, nakapag-set kami ng 1 year. 1 year kaming full of activities. Then, the second year, yun na, naging full-blown na yung restrictions.
That will be 2019.
2019, yeah.
Full-blown is ano na yan eh. 20.
20,
Oo.
Tapos, nung na-lift na yung restrictions, nagkaroon na ng bagong set of officers. Ito na yung second batch. Ito na yung second batch of officers na nag-accept ng challenge para i-serve ang Filipino community ng Drogheda. Out of the officers, ako lang yung non-healthcare. Siguro, actually hindi. Lahat sila, 7 kaming officers ngayon. Lahat ng officers ay nurses sa Our Lady of Lourdes Hospital. Ako, I came to Ireland kasi yung wife ko ang nurse. So, dependent ako technically. Ang background ko, back in the Philippines, I came from the government sector. Tapos nag-specialize ako sa community development. Kaya pagdating ko dito, yun yung parang instinct na hinahanap ko palagi na, okay, it's a community talagang may opportunity na i-organize, as may opportunity na i-develop, itap yung potential ng bawat member. Lumalaki yung membership namin dahil hindi lang mga taga-Drogheda ang nasa DFIC, meron kami mga members from the adjacent areas, from Dundalk, from Navan, meron din kami few members from Dublin, from RD. So lahat yan, naging part ng group. And I'm proud to say na ang DFIC, kami ang pinakamalaki na Northeast organization, Philippine organization dito sa Northeast area ng Ireland.
And roughly how many members have you at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment we have 350.
Okay.
That's like around 50% of the 700 estimated members na Filipino population dito sa Drogheda.
Okay, nice.
So medyo malaki na rin, malaki talaga
Malaki
yung representation.
Yung pinakamarami kasi noon talaga sa Ireland, obviously mga nurses, di ba? Parati namang mga nurses talaga yung nagdadala ng kanilang mga families to Ireland. History. Yes.
Okay. Actually, dumating ako dito 2005, April. Then, pero before that, may mga nurses pa na nauna sa amin. Like Jenny. Jenny was ahead of me. Like 2003, 2004. And Ramil as well, 2004, same thing. They're same batch, yeah. They're batchmate. Then I came April 2005. So we're all like under the healthcare services. So nurses, all of us. So dinala ko yung family ko the same year, December 2005. And then that time, the following year, parang nagbuo ng informal, katulad sa sabi ni Aaron, informal community group. Like, nagga-gather lang kami for Christmas party. Meron kaming isang most senior, si Ate Jo, who was a previous vice president but it's just she stepped down. So, si Ate Jo, siya yung unang nag-organize. Kasama kami, si Jenny, nag-organize ng mga Christmas party. Pero yung mga informal lang, alam mo yun, kasi that time we were like 100 lang, konti lang talaga, 2006, yung mga that time, no? Konti lang tayo that time. So, yun, tapos, yun nga, nung dumami na, nakaisip na nga, like sinabi ni Aaron na nag-start na yung formal talaga. So actually, hindi naman talaga compulsory na lahat ng Pilipino. Merong membership talaga na gusto mo mag-join, okay mag-join ka as a formal member ng DFIC. Yun, tas yung mga family.
So when it comes to sports naman, paano nyo ino-organize yung inyong committee? Ano ba mga sports na ginaganap dito? Yung mga major kasi naman talaga is basketball pag Filipinos. But then is there any other sports na ini-include sa events ninyo? Aldrin?
I'm Aldrin. I first came here in Ireland December 2020. So that was COVID pandemic time. Yes, I was supposed to be coming here April 2020, but because of the COVID, we were moved to December. Then when I got here, it was sobrang hirap kasi you miss your family and then you can't talk to anyone because you're afraid of having the COVID. Buti na lang, one of my friend from the Philippines, my workmate, his friend with Aaron there. I messaged him and then that's the time I knew about the DFIC. Kasi nung that was maybe in the hotel, the former officers from DFIC, they went to the hotel just to give us some food.
Yung sinasabi mo niyan, nung bagong dating kayo, like kasi di ba noon
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Yes, for 14 days.
Oo.
So we weren't
nare-remember
expecting
ko.
talaga to be helped by anyone.
Oo.
And kasi siyempre gusto mo maging safe. So during that time, it was really a big help and a boost of our morale as well.
We are
Mr.
and Mrs. K.
We are the new brand ambassador.
Tap Send.
The latest remittance app para sa mga Pinoys.
Gamit ang inyong phone, i-download lang ang Tap Send app mula sa Google Play or App Store.
Konting tap dito, konting tap doon. Money sent in minutes.
Napakadali lang magpadala ng pera sa ating mga minamahal sa Pilipinas. They can receive the money through bank, Maya, GCash, or anumang Cebuana branches.
Tap Send offers competitive rates at higit sa lahat, zero transaction fee.
Gusto nyo ba ng 20 euro bonus?
Gamitin ang aming promo code MMK.
Wala ng transaction fee, meron ka pang 20 euro bonus.
Wow na wow! Kaya download na, kabayan. Mag-tap send na. Eh, nangyari siguro, nung time na yun, siyempre kailangan mo ng mga libangan. Kaya siguro, ikaw mismo, paano ka naging, kumbaga, sa group ninyo, ikaw yung parang sa sports? Do you play basketball? Do you play any sports at all or something like that?
Yung mga activities nyo
Yeah.
dito na
So
ino-offer.
yeah, sa DFIC we play basketball every Friday, Saturday, and now we also play every Wednesday. So that's 3 days a week.
Wow.
So, yeah, basketball is yung pinaka-active talaga. And then we also do volleyball games and we did badminton games and Zumba.
Okay.
But the turnouts were a bit low.
Yeah. Nakatulong ba yung community when it comes to organizing sports para sa'yo na kakadating lang nung 2020, chaotic situation pa? Paano nakatulong yung community sa'yo? Ngayon, napatuloy kang, ngayon officer ka na.
Yeah, well, to be honest, nung pagdating ko dito, I didn't expect talaga na makakapaglaro pa ng basketball, makakabuo pa ng friends kasi nga pandemic. Back way in the Philippines, I almost always play basketball like 5-6 times a day. And then, I'm always with a circle of friends. So, pagdating talaga dito, medyo culture shock ka na. Tapos, medyo na-isolate ka pa. So, nahirapan talaga ako as in.
Kumbaga, ibig sabihin nito, yung pagdating niya rito, iniisip ni Aldrin, magiging MVP na siya, tapos naudlot, di ba? Okay, joke lang, okay. Anyway.
Talagang ang laking tulong kasi ang dami mo nakikilalang bagong friends, nakakabuo ka ng community, you get to spend time outside your work, which helps a lot, lalo na mentally, physically. So, yun yung parang in-offer namin.
Yan.
So-
Makikita mo talaga yung importance ng community, di ba?
Yes.
Na magkaroon yung tayong mga Pilipino sa bawat lugar. Kasi kagaya nun, sinabi mo nung dumating ka, you felt na, oh wow, may mga Pilipino pala na ito, na willing sila na tulungan ka. Kasi lagi tayo, it's always in us naman na pag may nakilala tayong mga Pilipino,
Yes.
parang kapatid, na we're all out talaga tayo, all out support, all out na kung ano yung may tutulong natin. So, it's great na naramdaman mo yon even though pandemic. No?
Yun din yung parang naging ano sa akin na maging officer.
Ayun.
So yun din ang parang nagtulak sa akin. Para mabalik ko rin yung naramdaman ko noon. Mga ganun.
Yes. Si Ramil, baka
Ramil.
meron kang gustong i-add tungkol sa, alam mo yun, yung kagandahan ng pagkakaroon ng isang community para sa ating mga Pilipino. Since matagal ka na dito.
So, by the way, my name is Ramil. Yeah, I came here 2004. So, by that time, we are, a small group. We don't have really the official group that we can call DFIC. So, I talked to Aaron, our president, and I suggest to him that I think it's better to have our own group. It's because of the increasing number of the Filipino population here in Drogheda. And then we try to see what we can do, and then we ended with this community.
Oh.
So actually I'm here now for almost 19 years. Jenny is my batch. We are only, it's not even 100, I think, or not even 30, isn't it? It's not even 30 Filipino here. So by then now, we are more than 350 or 400,
Maganda. Kasi even sa amin, sa Waterford, actually mas malaki kayo. I think doble kayo Kasi kami mga less than
Mga 200, let's say.
400.
Kasama na yung
400, ganun.
let's say 200 yung talagang active.
member.
Yung
Oo.
iba kasi, mga galing Waterford tapos umalis na, nagsilipatan. At saka, ang iba kasi, parang outskirts ng Waterford.
Yung success talaga ng community is nagdidepende sa pagiging sa passion ng mga tao. It's not just about yung yung mga leader. Kumbaga nandito tayo para i-guide. Pero yung talaga, yung passion ng community, the whole group, nandun yung success, di ba? Masasabi niyo yan. And then si Kathleen, so sa group siguro ikaw yung pinakabata.
Actually, I came here 2018.
Oh!
I've been here before the pandemic, so but thank you for the compliment. One of the challenges, I think, nung hindi namin na-start yung talagang formal and organized DFIC group, may kanya-kanyang sense of what you call this. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and it kind of parang in disarray siya. And since we started doing this and then communicated on our Facebook group, it showed interest, especially on the young ones as well. Kasi initially, the challenge was dahil nga of the age gap as well. Yung mga naunang dumating is we totally commend and respect them as well in a sense that they have started it for us. But since 2017, down the line and then pandemic happened, people started to feel like yung very cautious and the same time that bawal, yung parang kahit na nagkakasalubong kayo, hindi kayo, like parang it kind of felt na even though you know that they're Filipino as well, here in the town, yung ma-introduce mo yung self mo na, oh, we're part of this community, we welcome you guys so that we could at least like, build a bigger and stronger community here in Drogheda. Kaya ini-invite talaga namin sila and then we try to encourage them to join because with this kind of events and organizations na nangyayari is that we get to know them better, to get them involved, get to know their creative outlets. Kung artsy ka or marunong kang kumanta or sporty, like there's always options for them to join and maybe spearhead something in the future na at the moment we might not even think about it, but then if it starts, the initiative is there. It helps for all of us and makes this community bigger, stronger, puts out the word to everyone out there that here, not only in Drogheda, but like nearby towns, they could come and join us. They could celebrate with us events like this.
We are
Mr.
and Mrs. K.
We are the new brand ambassador.
Tap Send.
The latest remittance app para sa mga Pinoys.
Gamit ang inyong phone, i-download lang ang Tap Send app mula sa Google Play or App Store.
Konting tap dito, konting tap doon. Money sent in minutes.
Napakadali lang magpadala ng pera sa ating mga minamahal sa Pilipinas. They can receive the money through bank, Maya, GCash, or anumang Cebuana branches.
Tap Send offers competitive rates at higit sa lahat, zero transaction fee.
Gusto nyo ba ng 20 euro bonus?
Gamitin ang aming promo code MMK.
Wala ng transaction fee, meron ka pang 20 euro bonus.
Wow na wow! Kaya download na, kabayan. Mag-tap-tap send na! Now, doon naman sa ating last but not the least, Madam Jenny.
My weakness is talking, you know. I work enormously behind the scene, but not even though this is a small crowd talaga. On handover, yeah. I can speak well. Pero okay. First of all, I wanted to say that there is advantage and disadvantage having a big community based on experience. We're here like 19 years ago, di ba, Ramil? Very small group, like everyone is just like wanting to get involved with every activity that, you know, because we're here in a foreign land and, you know, when there's organized, everyone should be there. Like there's no excuse. You don't hear. Like this is for real. Isn't it, Tina? You can attest to that. There's no excuse. When I actually look back, maybe I'm far already from your question. But when I look back, I was just looking back. I was showing to our volunteers at home when we were doing our t-shirts. I was showing them our 2010 Christmas party. And you were there as well. Like everyone is just like, you know, everyone really, there's no question. Like, you know, oh yeah, when is the Christmas party? It's not like now, na it's bigger. It's so hard to persuade people. I know you understand it's bigger and they have their own life. They have different generations as well. They're in the different, yeah. So that's one thing, no, advantage and disadvantage. But still, you know, as an officers, as leaders here in the community, for me, I'm speaking for myself. Na I wanted to, you know, even though like, oh, they're not. Hindi sila namamansin ng ganyan, parang it's so Manila na or it's so city na you see people, sino yun? Filipino ba yun o hindi? Parang it looks like, yeah. At like before, no, oh, where are you? Oh yeah, come. Like we first here, we came here first way back 19 years ago, and like we're so delighted that you couldn't forget the first impression, no? Like there's two Filipino, like, oh, you're Filipino, come here, come to the house, we have pancit, like that. We're just like, oh my God, you didn't know, and you feel the you know the warmthness, welcoming.
Eto tanong ko lang, hindi kaya it's a generation gap?
That's right. That's what I wanted to say.
Ito millennial, ito makakasagot eh.
Yeah.
Oo, hindi kaya. Discuss lang natin yung difference kasi yung sa atin, hindi naman tayo masyadong nagkakalayo-layo. Pero ganun talaga, even me hanggang ngayon, pag may nakita ako, uy, mag-join kayo, ganun ako. Pero pag hindi ka nagsimula, hindi ka talaga nila papansinin. Titingnan ka lang.
For me personally, I think hindi yan
Nahihiya ba?
sa generational gap para sa akin. It's your upbringing din eh. As a true Filipino para sa akin. And then if yung background mo, childhood mo is parang more nasa friendlier side ka talaga. You're always outside. Parang mas mas involved ka talaga eh. So para sa akin hindi talaga siya generational gap eh. And then if gusto talaga ng tao, gagawa talaga sila ng paraan. Gusto nilang sumali.
And I felt din, na-observe ko lang din, yung tayo, nung dumating tayo, although ako single, and then single din siya nung dumating siya. But noon kasi, mga married na. Diba? Mga married, mas matured, and then we want to have a community or we want to get this Christmas party because may mga children tayo. I think maybe that's another reason. And then, unlike yung generation nila or yung mas bata pa sa iyo, mga single. Ganun din ba dito? Kasi sa Waterford, mga bata eh. And then they're all exploring.
And then they want to fly somewhere.
Yun ang priority. So maybe that's the biggest reason. What you think? I don't know if you... Eto kasi siya talaga ang magaling sa community na, what do you think?
Ako tingin ko, dahil mas malaki yung group, nagkakaroon ng subgroups. Parang, you can't expect like a group of 200, 300 to be bonded really that tight-knit. Talagang evolution. Bigger groups will eventually go into smaller groups. Tapos yung subgroups, hindi magiging mga parang barkada. And those barkadas, they will mostly come from where you work. So yung magkaka-unit, magkaka-department, yung palagi magkakasama, magkaka-housemate, sila palagi magkakasama. And it's hard to convince na to go outside of that group kapag hindi mo makuha yung kiliti nila. Yun ang, feeling ko, yun ang biggest challenge kapag isa kang large group talaga. Like when you compare it back 19 years ago, yung kinukwento nga ni Ate Jenny tsaka ni Ramil, na when they were smaller, expected na parang extended family sila. Automatic, you could invite them to your home. Dito, may makasalubong ka, sige, babatiin mo. Pero parang, may hesitation ka kasi hindi mo na alam kung saan galing eh. Dahil hindi lang, yung growth ng Filipinos, yung Filipino population dito sa Drogheda, hindi lang naman sa hospital. We've experienced meeting Filipinos from non-healthcare professions. Meron kami sa basketball na lang, we have builders, we have welders, we have sa agricultural sector. Kumbaga, hindi sila yung tipong mamimit mo lang sa loob ng hospital na everyday mo mamimit.
And then unfortunately lang din nga kasi, syempre, yung mga challenges din na bilang officers is yung halimbawa, bilang Pilipino. Ito I think di ba yun nga yung feeling, di ba yung super close na family, and then hindi natin may iwasan yung may ma-offend tayo. Yung masamang ugali ng Pilipino. I don't know if you will agree. Nakasamaan mo ng loob yung isa, and then magre-recruit siya ng tao na sumama ng loob dun sa tao na yon. And I don't know, but this is what I see sa isang organization na magre-recruit yan at gagawa ng kanyang group. Instead of okay, nakasamaan mo yun ng loob, and then, hayaan mo na lang yung mga tao na, okay, yung parang, wag mo nang hilahin. So, I think that's another reason na pag malaki na yung community, madami na, akala mo, gagawa ako ng sarili kong community. I think that's another reason na challenge sa pagbuo ng community. But then, I think wag na lang tayong ma-discourage. The best thing is, tuloy lang natin yung ginagawa nating maganda at alam natin na yung tayo bilang officers is, yung ating goal is para sa lahat. It's not personal, di ba? Hindi naman yun personal na hindi naman tayo sinusweldohan, di ba? Hindi tayo sinusweldo. We're just doing this for everyone. Na hindi naman tayo nagpapasikat na, ako ang president, ako ang DFIC, ako ang WIFIC. It's not like that. We're doing this para sa community, para sa ikagaganda na. Di ba, Aaron? Baka may maganda kang mai-add doon para sa mga nanonood na marinig din nila yung bakit ba tayo nandito bilang officers? Ano ba yung gusto natin? Diba? Para maliwanag lang din. Kasi marami tayong manunood dyan na mga members na hindi tayo nagpapasikat. We are here to serve, and then mapagbuklod-buklod ba yung mga Pilipino na it's not everyday. Meron lang namang time na magkita-kita. Diba? Kagaya
3
nito.
to 4 times a year lang naman.
Yes.
Diba?
And then, yung ganda ba na yung sa mga anak natin, na makita nating nag-enjoy sila, na-present nila yung kanilang talent.
And just to
Yung
keep the
ganun
Filipino
lang.
culture.
Oo.
Diba? Malaking bagay yun talaga.
Oo, yung
Now,
culture.
malayo man tayo sa Philippines, at least, andito pa rin ang
Oo.
kultura natin.
Nandun tayo,
Maybe
hindi
add
tayo,
on. Maybe add on.
Sige.
Yeah. That's why naisip ko itong Barrio Fiesta na theme. Kasi nga, I know na most fun days naman are may mga palaro din na, but it's not focused on Filipino tradition talaga. I have so many plans pa nga, but it's so hard lang to materialize sometimes na it's short notice as well, di ba? I was so busy. So, I'm glad na yung kung if there's so time yung attention with everybody, like it's so nice to introduce them one by one. What is this game? Why are we doing this game? Like there's a little description of something, but like it's time constraint and then crowd. Then we're looking at the crowd, but I'm glad that even though this crowd is just maybe one half of the usual crowd, diba?
Do you know what, guys? Okay, half lang siya or 1/4, but they enjoyed it. Diba? Yun yung importante.
Yeah.
Hindi
And it
importante
happened.
yung hindi nakarating lahat, but
Yeah.
yung nakapagbigay saya tayo dun sa mga umattend.
Oo,
Yun.
that's true.
Oo.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, yun na lang lagi. Ako lagi yun yung iniisip ko eh. Okay, hindi makaten. But then, ito yung may mga taong nag-support.
Oo.
Oo.
That's true.
Oo.
Ako din, nung time na na parang na ano ko na na-realize ko na wow, konti lang yata at umulan pa. So, it doesn't matter. So it doesn't stop me from, being depressed na you organize for the first time na ganito. Hindi naman for the first time with the DFIC na official. But I used to organize different event na din. Yun lang. But, it turned out well naman. Everybody was happy.
It is a success.
Yeah.
It is a success.
Everybody's happy.
And that's an effort of, the whole team.
So what can you say about naman dun sa dapat pa maging active tayo na siguro magkaroon tayo ng once in a while meetings with other Filipino leaders?
If I am not mistaken, I do remember before, I know this is off topic, but I did had an issue wherein at the time of the pandemic, there was no other consulate that could help us out of the country, like especially passport needs. I do remember they did had also those caravans done, wherein they come into counties, big counties, and then broadcast it on say Facebook or bulletins. Kuya Aaron, who was part of our spokesperson here, that was 2020, if I'm not mistaken, that I was in dire need of changing my passport because it's expired and I can't go home. There is an established Philippine consulate that actually works down in Dublin and Drimna. So even with that as well, actually they do communicate and inform us of say events on other counties. Meron ngang invite ang Kildare ba yun? With regards to Flores de Maya, Santa Cruzan. So yeah, they actually do invite us.
Maganda yan yung maki-integrate ka talaga doon sa ibang mga community. So yung mabait sila dyan.
And also years ago, prior to pandemic or pre-pandemic, we did had big events. It's not necessarily just a family day, but we did had big gatherings here in the north in Castle Bellingham and Remiskin that loads of Filipinos were here and did become at least that here in the north there are known people who are active in the community that becomes bridge with Kuya Aaron and Kuya Ray at the time. May he rest in peace. He was actually our pioneer for the formal Filipino community here in Drogheda.
Ako, share ko lang doon, Laura. With regards to yung official body. Ako, I'm so thankful sa Philippine Consul, sa team ni Consul Garrett. Kasi si Ma'am Aina at si Sir Wendell, palagi nila ako ini-inform kapag merong mga activities yung other groups, yung sa Kildare or even sa Cork. Actually, doon ko nga na-meet yung sa Waterford through kay Ma'am Vanda. So, kung magkaroon man ng initiative, I think it should be through the
Consulate.
The consulate. Kasi again, ang daming ang subgroups eh.
Guys,
We are
Mr.
and Mrs. K.
We are the new brand ambassador.
Tap Send.
The latest remittance app para sa mga Pinoys.
Gamit ang inyong phone, i-download lang ang Tap Send app mula sa Google Play or App Store.
Konting tap dito, konting tap doon. Money sent in minutes.
Napakadali lang magpadala ng pera sa ating mga minamahal sa Pilipinas. They can receive the money through bank, Maya, GCash, or anumang Cebuana branches.
Tap Send offers competitive rates at higit sa lahat, zero transaction fee.
Gusto nyo ba ng €20 bonus?
Gamitin ang aming promo code MMK.
Wala ng transaction fee, meron ka pang €20 bonus.
Wow na wow! Kaya download na, kabayan. Mag-tap send na.
There are too many subgroups, too many interest groups. Na kapag hindi yung official yung channel, ang hirap talaga kasi magiging magulo. Though at the moment, I try to reach out to other groups as well. Yung kinukwento nga ni Laura, member din kami nung hindi naman kami technically official members.
That's what I'm saying.
Pero we're part of the chat group.
I'm still trying to remember yung name. Basta it's
Filipino Leaders.
Filipino Leaders Ireland. PNI, yeah.
Signatory kami doon sa ilang proposals, pero we are not official members.
Okay.
And I have no problems with that. Okay naman basta sound and logical at saka talagang magbe-benefit yung Filipinos in Ireland. Full support ang Drogheda.
So, ibig sabihin kailangan mo ng paspasan nung
Yes, definitely. In a personal opinion ko kasi I think Consul Garrett at yung team niya, they're working really hard para ma-serve yung Filipino community here in Ireland. I think if we really want to be one, or if we really want isang direction talaga, sunod tayo sa sunod tayo sa proper and official channel.
So, siguro guys, dito na lang muna at maraming salamat sa pag-uusap natin. At hanggang sa muli siguro, sa mga nanonood dyan, ang DFIC, supportahan natin. Congratulations sa kanilang very successful event. At mula Drogheda, thank you very much. Susunod, tayo ay mag-uusap ulit. Thank you. Tara!
Let's talk.
Tara!
Let's talk.